Very sad news. So my strawberry plant got a major haircut,
I told you we had grubs in our yard, though.
and
in our lawn.
they were dried up worms. He was finding dried up worms, and he
How
found
did-
dried up worms at Nana and Paws. He digs them out of the ground. It's incredible.
Disgusting.
Like, it's a useless talent, but talent nonetheless.
How do we
He would put his face in and come
I
up with
know.
a dried worm.
I know.
And he did it lots. Apparently, there's a lot of dead dried worms in grass. Who knew? Anyway, I sprayed it with soap, oil, and water.
Oil? What kind of oil?
Cooking oil.
Said who?
I don't know.
Did you just make that up?
No, I looked it up on the Google.
Did they say to put soap, oil, and water, or did somebody say oil and someone else said soap and water, and so you just take all the things?
I think somebody on this video will have a strong opinion.
You take all the things.
Oh my goodness, July the 29th. The title is Have Some Fun. So recently, we've adapted new creative hobbies. Mine is indoor horticulturing herbologist. And yours is?
I'm crocheting a blanket. You make fun of me. You say that I'm a grandma.
Crocheting.
And all the young people who crochet are gonna send you hate mail now.
Are there a lot of?
There's probably at least one
I
that
don't
will
see
watch
a
this
lot of
video.
young people crocheting. It seems like a later in life activity.
It's not.
Anyway, my
Lots of
lettuces
people
are
crochet.
peeking up, and
It's actually kind of.
I'm proud of you that you are endeavoring on a
No,
creative
you
activity.
just like to make fun of people.
No.
You're like the schoolyard bully
I
that makes fun of people.
just said I'm proud of you for endeavoring on a creative activity, and I
You've
was
been
watching
making
you
fun
yesterday.
of me all week.
You did a line,
Yes.
and then you take it all apart, and then you do a line again, and now you're trying to do a turn.
I can't figure it out.
And I was peeking at your
cannot
video,
figure it
and it
out.
hurt my brain. So I know that you are someone that solves puzzles. You're a puzzle solver. Anyway, congratulations on your new creative activity. Have some fun. Have some fun. Loosen up a bit. Enjoy life. We do not have to be somber and serious. We do not have to be so reflective, so critical, so bound up within ourselves and the rigid parameters of others and often ourselves have placed around us. This is life, not a funeral service. Have some fun with it. Enter into it, participate, experiment, take a risk, be spontaneous. Do not always be so concerned about doing it right, doing the appropriate thing. Oh, do not always be so concerned about what others will think or say. What they think and say is their issues, not ours. What's happening?
Just sneezed on me.
Do not be so afraid of making mistakes. Do not be so fearful and proper. Do not inhibit yourself so much. God did not intend us to be so inhibited, so restricted, so controlled. These repressive parameters are what other people have imposed on us. What we have allowed to be done to us. We were created fully human. We were given emotions, desires, hopes, dreams, feelings. There is an alive, excited, fun-loving child in us somewhere. Let it come out. Let it come alive. Let it have some fun. Not just for 2 hours on a Saturday evening. Bring it with us. Let it help us enjoy this gift of being alive, being fully human, and being who we are. So many rules. So much shame we've lived with. It simply isn't necessary. We have been brainwashed. It is time now to free ourselves. Let ourselves go and enter fully human into a full life. Don't worry. We will learn our lessons when necessary. We have learned discipline. We will not go awry. What will happen is that we will begin to enjoy life. We will begin enjoying and experiencing our whole self. We can trust ourselves. We have boundaries now. We have our program for our foundation. We can afford to experiment and experience. We are in touch with ourselves, with our higher power. We are being guided, but a frozen in an inanimate in
Right? Inanimate.
inanimate object cannot be guided. It cannot be moved. Have
Frozen
some
object.
fun. A frozen object. Have some fun. Loosen up a bit. Break a few rules. We won't be punished by God. We do have to allow
Do
people.
not.
We do not have to allow people to punish us. And we can stop punishing ourselves as long as we are here and alive. Let's begin to live. Prayer for today. Today, I will let myself have some fun with life. I will loosen up a bit, knowing I won't crack and break. God, help me let go of my need to be so inhibited, proper, and repressed. Help me inject a big dose of life into myself by letting myself be fully alive and fully human. Amen. Oh, I think it's super appropriate. I think what it made me reflect on is the beginning of my recovery. I don't think I liked myself because I was very rigid. I was very consumed, and I think moving into life, we have to, set time apart to be very focused and dominant in certain areas, and maybe not as balanced as later in life will be. But this was making me think back of like that first year or two of recovery. It's all it was. And, I was a browbeaten, Bible thumping. This is how life has to be. This is the order of things. We have to have this the certain way. And I think I'm a lot chiller now. But when I was reading this, I was like, I don't think I like myself in the first. Like, it's just like, ugh. That's an exhausting person. And I think, like, at some level, having control of all the things and being mundane is really just punishing ourselves. And then the other thing, we can have fun and not feel guilty about it. And, for me, I had this fear of punishment that I was going to do something wrong my whole life. And I got ease and comfort from that, from alcohol. But I moved into the new life, trying to get rid of these fears and always feeling like I might get punished if I'm too loud or if I'm too boisterous or if I'm having too much fun. But the reality is Jesus took all of our punishment. As an adult, I will never be punished again. But people try to punish you. There's consequences to our actions, for sure.
I can't figure out what this dog wants. I don't know.
He's full of beans.
I put him down and then he wanted back up. And then he just stood on my lap.
So I think it's appropriate that we're having fun in creative hobbies. I think having a pug is fun. How did it speak to you?
Yeah, I think I can fall more on the somber, reflective, overthinking, rule side. Guilty. Excuse me.
Okay. You guys, where are your face masks? Because
What are you doing? What are you doing?
he's running away.
No, he doesn't even want down. Are you getting down? Get down.
Okay. We are going to have some fun. And that can look different in different areas of your life. I think creative hobbies are fun and a good idea to start implementing. And it's a spiritual exercise, actually. Creativity actually comes out of our spirit and actually gives our spirit nutrition.
Well, if I can't figure out how to do that turn, something's going to come
No,
up.
you've only been at it a couple days. Am I going to have basil before you're going to have a blanket? That is.
Very likely. Like a whole blanket.
My little sprout is like that.
I don't know. I feel like those can grow really quickly.
I think your blanket could grow really quickly. You put your mind to it.
I feel like, yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's get this day on.